How's it going, guys? It's Dankai here and welcome back to the channel. As the 2021 summer transfer market comes to a close, it's been quite a crazy one and there's been some quite unexpected transfers across the board. So in today's video, I'm just going to be running through my top 5 transfers from this market. Number 5. So, number 5 is Saul from Atletico Madrid to Chelsea, currently on loan but with an option to buy of £30 million. Now, this is one I've been keeping my eye on throughout the transfer market, as I did expect and sort of want him to go to Man United. I thought he'd be the exact player that they needed in that holding midfield role. He's amazing for Atletico Madrid, an absolute powerhouse. His passing's insane. And yeah, I think he could have filled in all of United's problem in that position. But in the last day, he's gone to Chelsea. I think this is really good business on Chelsea's part. Like I say, they do have an option to buy for £30 million, which in today's market is absolutely nothing. And yeah, with the other players that Chelsea have got, such as Lukaku back, who seems to be shining, yeah, I think Saul would be a very good sort of fill-in for if N'Golo Kante gets an injury. He has sort of been getting a few knocks across the past few months / year. So yeah, I think Saul will be a very good fit in the Chelsea team, and it'll be interesting to see what United have missed out on. Hey, stop chasing birds. Oi, number 4. So number 4 is Rafael Varane from Real Madrid to Man United for £41 million. Now, a lot of you United fans out there and Premier League fans in general will know that Man United have been quite lacklustre at the back, to say the very least, over the last few seasons, and we're definitely needing a high-profile centre-back to come in, just to sit along Harry Maguire, to give him a bit more of a sense of security and a bit more backup and support when they're coming up against the bigger teams. So before filming this video, I didn't quite realise how well Varane has done over his past 10 years, and in those past 10 years he's won 18 trophies. And he has never lost a final. So, on average, he's winning 1.8 trophies a season. This includes 4 Champions League, 3 La Ligas, a World Cup, 3 Super Cups. And like I say, he's never lost a final. So, he's definitely the sort of experienced player that United need at the back, and hopefully if they can get to a final this year, he'll be the guy that carries him through and can keep his record of never losing a final. £41 million I think is a pretty good bargain as well, especially when you think you've got Arsenal buying Ben White for £50 million, so he's £9 million cheaper than Ben White and has won 18 more trophies. Number 3. Now, number 3 is a player actually leaving Man United, and it's actually quite sad to see him go, because that is Dan James to Leeds from Man United for £25 million. Now, watching the guy over the last year and a half, not only at United, but also for his country, Wales, you can see this guy has got a lot of promise and is going to become a very, very good player. So seeing him leave United, especially when he's had some good performances lately, was quite sad to see. But I think Leeds, if anywhere, will be a place that he can get some regular playing time, and he'll be able to flourish, and who knows, maybe make a move back to one of the big teams. But no, I think it's definitely a good move for him. Like I say, he's only 23, so he's still got plenty of years to get under his belt, and he's already making moves across the Premier League and for his country, Wales, which you probably know isn't the biggest nation. They have had a lot of success lately, but to be sort of a talisman, second to Gareth Bale for Wales, is definitely sort of a big accomplishment, even at 23. I mean, he's a year younger than me. It's starting to make me feel old and make me wonder what I'm doing with my life. Whilst he's out earning God knows how much a week playing football, I'm sat here filming myself talk about him. But yeah, number 3, Dan James to Leeds from Man United. Number 2. So number 2 is mainly in here, not because the player's great, but because the deal is sort of absolutely phenomenal. And number 2 is Antoine Griezmann back to Atletico Madrid on a loan to buy deal. So like I say, Antoine Griezmann hasn't really shone as well as he could have done at Barcelona. In 2019, Atletico Madrid sold him to Barca for 120 million, and in that time he's just not really shined. He was a great prospect. I still think he's a great player, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like he's clicked at Barcelona. Scored a few goals, but for a £120 million player, he's really not had the impact you would hope he would have had. Now, this is where it gets funny. Now, he got sold 2 years ago for 120 million from Atletico Madrid. He's gone back to Atletico Madrid on a loan deal, but there is an obligation to buy at the end of the loan deal for, wait for it, £40 million. £40 million. Yeah, I know Barcelona have got money just to throw away, apparently, but to lose out £80 million and to send him back to the same club who is also one of your rivals in the league, just, I don't know, that's just absolute wizardry from Atletico Madrid, and I'm sure they'll be rubbing their hands together and can't wait to get Griezmann back in the squad. Number one. So there was no doubt on who number one was going to be. It's the biggest transfer in possibly the past 12 years since he actually left this club, but that is Cristiano Ronaldo back to Man United. Now, the transfer fee was reported to be around £13 million with add-ons. There's always bonuses and things in deals like this as well, but the fee is irrelevant. I mean, he's going to make them back so much money in shirt sales alone, and it's good just to have the man back at Old Trafford. He said he's back home. He says this time round is for Fergie, and yeah, he seems genuinely happy to be back at the club that sort of kick-started his career. Now, I could sit here for days just rolling off Ronaldo facts, but the one that I found that was probably the most surprising to me was the fact that he scored 551 goals since leaving United 12 years ago. So yeah, you do the maths on the average on that. 551 goals since leaving. Now, during those 12 years, Wayne Rooney was the top scorer for United. Since he's left, I think he had 120 something goals. The only current player who's still playing at United is Marcus Rashford, who scored 88 goals. So yeah, I think Ronaldo's going to bring a bit of a clinical touch, and hopefully he's going to give United that kick that they need to get back up to their former glory, and like he says, do it for Fergie. So that is my top 5 transfers from the 2021 summer transfer market. Let me know down in the comments who your favourite transfer is, and if you agree or disagree with any of the ones that I've chosen. If you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if it does go down well, I am going to be doing a best and worst teams, so the best and worst business from teams during this transfer market. There's quite a few teams that have had some questionable transfers just in general throughout this market. So yeah, if you guys smash that like button and it goes down well, then I'll make sure to film that video very, very soon. Do just want to give a quick special mention to Nottingham Forest just for getting all of your players on loan. It's going to be a tough season, guys, and yeah, it's going to be fun, but hopefully some of these loan signings can get us through. We haven't made any of the big money signings, so yeah, me shoving in a James Garner loan deal from United doesn't quite seem like it'd be fair. Would be a little bit biased, but yeah, hopefully some of our loan signings can get us through the season and help us avoid relegation. I think it'll be quite fun to come back to this video in a few months' time, maybe at the end of the season, just to reflect on how some of the signings have done. But until then, I've been Dankai. Thanks for watching.